Welcome back to another episode of Artful Mind. Today I have with me Dr. Divya Rawat, an associate professor at IILM University, Department of Nutrition and Dietetics. So today we will be talking about what's on your plate. Actually, what should be on your plate, right? So if you are someone struggling between office, exam, deadline, and continuously thinking about what's your next snacks will be, then this episode will be for you. So I welcome you, Dr. Divya. I'm excited for this episode.
Thank you so much, Tasreen, for having me. And I'm looking forward to our talk and see how we can benefit the student community and others as well.
Right. So yeah, a student as well as working professional who are lazy to cook and or low on time energy, right?
Yes.
Okay. So can you explain like nutritionist that how eating badly impact our energy, focus, mood throughout the day?
So, everything, whatever you mentioned right now, our energy level, mood, all these things are driven by the kind of food we consume.
Right.
The day which when we consume food which is loaded with spices, loaded with MSG, additives, at that particular point, while having those food products, we might feel very good, we might feel very happy, but at the same time, over the period of time, the energy level drops significantly. And on the other hand side, if you consume more of fruits and vegetable, take more less processed food, take more nuts, seeds, and dairy products. In case if you are not allergic to it, it depends. Cereal and pulses, legumes. Energy level throughout the day is maintained, and there are relatively less chances that you feel low in energy or any kind of irritation or you feel sluggish. So, this is the importance of consuming right food at the right time and in right amount also.
Right. Okay, I have a query. Like this word, this term, that brands that you combine both your breakfast and your lunch. I think we were not aware of it maybe 5 years back, but now we hear it more, right? That we skip the breakfast, then we go for directly breakfast and lunch together.
Yeah.
So, according to you, what do you think about this brands?
Basically, when we wake up in the morning, so say for example, a day before, if we had our dinner at around 8 or 9, and then we wake up around 6, 7, and if we do brunch, if we're calling it brunch, it would be somewhere around 11 or so. So
Right.
that gap is really very huge gap. I mean, 13, 14 hours gap, which is not good for your body, which is not good for your body systems as well, because body require fuel and food act as a fuel. So, and also when we talk about breakfast, it is it is a one word combining two words, break and fast. You have to break your overnight fasting, right?
Mhm.
Which you finished at around dinner around 8 or 9, and then in the morning, if you wake up around 6, 7, whatever time, so within maximum 2 to 3 hours, you should take first meal of the day. And also, when we talk about first meal of the day, it should not be heavy. It should not have any packed and processed products. It should not have any additives. It should be simple meal, home cooked meal, which will keep you energized throughout the day.
Okay. And what do you prefer to have in your breakfast?
So if we talk about me, most of the times, because again, we have to rush for work, you don't have enough time. What I do is, because I am a nutritionist and this is what I have studied and I apply on my daily life, that is meal planning. So,
Right.
meal planning is nothing but a very good concept of planning meals, all the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it also includes something as a filler in between.
Right.
It can be week ahead. I just plan it, and I sometimes I repeat that. It's a cyclic menu for me. I repeat the same thing. So generally, I start my breakfast with a protein. I make sure that maximum protein. So uh, RDA, that is recommended dietary allowances, suggests that any individual should consume zero point 0.8 to 1 gram per kg body weight of protein. That is, if I weigh around 60 kg, I should be approximately consuming 60 grams of protein. So, all three meals, I try to, it's always not possible to achieve those goals on daily basis, but I try to make sure that maximum protein I take in morning time because throughout the day it keeps me energized, it keeps me going. So, a few days it is. Sprouts. Some days it is a sprout chila. If I have time, I will prepare a sprout chila. Sometimes I soak beans. It could be Bengal gram, rajmas, any kind of bean, and then boil it and have cucumber, onion, tomato, green chilies, coriander, and add anything which a chaat masala kind of thing to make it a little bit tastier. Squeeze gentle amount of lemon in it to get vitamin C. Then another best option for breakfast would be. Uh, I'm not saying that that's the ideal situation, but yes, we have a besan ka chila, uttapam, that is vegetable uttapam. You can have it with lots of vegetables of your choice. Top it up with vegetables. You in that process you also include fiber in your diet, and you can pair all these things with some kind of seasoning chutney. It could be dry fruits, it could be seeds. So that also helps you in ensuring that you are taking good fat in your diet.
Right. Also, I want to ask you, like, do you keep food refrigerated, or like some people say that you should always cook immediately and consume within a day, right? You should not keep it refrigerated. So, what do you take that? Because many people say that if you refrigerate it and microwave it next day, then only some um, maybe minor nutrients goes down that you can again add back. But some says otherwise. So, what's your take on that?
Scientifically speaking, freezing, microwaving, these both methods are safe, right? So when we talk about frozen fruits and vegetables, it has all the nutrients intact in it. What is not good is frozen processed food, like McCain, right? Frozen products. Those kind of things are not good. Or frozen meat is also, I mean, there is a debate that meat, because they preserve it with so many spices and all, it is not good. But frozen fruits and vegetables, they generally are good because low temperature ensure that nutrient is intact in it. In fact, high temperature may, most of the times, nutrient loss occur. Second thing is microwaving is completely safe. You just need to make sure that you use good quality cookware to warm up your food, not in plastic. You can use Borosel or something like that. And also, talking about whether I refrigerate food or not, at times when you are getting short of early morning is a rush time, right? You don't have enough time to cook. So maybe
Right.
one day before I plan my meal, prep it, say for example, half preparation is done. I have boiled my beans and legumes day before. I have kept in refrigerator early morning. What I will do is I will just warm it up and mix some seasoning to it and have it. So yes, but of course you should not idle situation. You should not refrigerate of food in refrigerator for 2 or 3 days and then have it. But yes, in in those situations where you have no option, this option also is good. And what I do is, to make curry on daily basis, I prepare the masala at one go. I keep it in the refrigerator. Whenever I have to make any dal or curry, I just add it. So that is also instant way. Instead of keeping my curry in refrigerator for days and keeping dal in refrigerator for longer period of time, I just prepare the masala and keep it refrigerated and use when required.
Okay, would you like to share the recipe of your masala curry?
It is very basic what we what we use in our day-to-day life, day-to-day cooking. So it is oil of your choice, then you can add ginger, garlic, onion, tomato, green chilies, and just mix it well. I mean, stir it for half 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever period, and then cool it, refrigerate it whenever you want to prepare. So because most of the time we don't have time to do all these chores, chopping, then preparing that particular masala before we add some curry to it. It's if you do all this business all together, it will take time. But if one step is done earlier, in fact, two steps, you're chopping and preparing masala, and then you just have to boil your dal and add that tadka in it. That's it. So that is also one way through which I survive most of the days.
No. So you don't add the vegetable, right? Suppose a carrot or beetroot, you don't add them. You
No.
only prepare the base masala.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah,
Whatever
I think I should
vegetable
apply that.
or dal or bean I have to add, I will add it later when it's required fresh.
Yeah, I think you can boil it then so that you can do it faster.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a great tip. I will try definitely. Okay, and for lunch and dinner also you shared. I mean, this episode is mostly for people who are either lazy or mostly they are student in PG or office going people. So the basic recipes will be better.
Yeah. So what I said was when I don't have much time, I either pre-prepare or meal prep my meals for the week and go according to it. So if it comes to lunch, so what generally I do is I ideally prefer two meal in a day with fruits as one meal, you can say. So lunchtime is mostly fruits and salads. That is what goes well for me. That way I ensure, and that way I include fruits in my diet. So according to RDA, National Institute of Nutrition, you should be consuming on daily basis around 400 to 500 grams of fruits and vegetables. So the lunch time for me, because again, as a working professional, you don't get much time. If you have a house help, that's a different thing. But if you are doing everything on your own, so doing all the chores at a one time is difficult. So what I do is I take my salad along with me, or sometimes it's like hunkered, and I just pair it up with some of the seasonal fruits and something like that, and that's generally my go-to lunch option. At times what I do is, because again, as I said, that I try to have protein in my each meal. So most of the times what I do is I just take a bowl of dal along with me, wherein I squeeze enough of lemon in it, and it's really very tasty to have. You don't really require uh, until unless you are fond of chapati, rice. So I'm okay with that. So I and protein also is, it takes time to digest, and that's the reason when you take more of protein rich diet, you don't even feel hungry. So
Right.
yeah, so that way, that is what I do for my lunch. For dinner, I am a early dinner person, around maximum around 7, latest by 7 or 7:30 I finish my dinner, because lunch is comparatively light. Again, for the dinner, mostly it's curry. I will have some dal in it. I will have a bowl of salad and pair it either with rice or chapati, whatever my preference for the day is. So that is my dinner. And as a filler in between, because obviously three meal, you are working, you sometimes feel
Right.
you
Yeah.
you
Sorry.
can
Yeah,
have
please
water, I
continue.
guess. Yes.
Yeah, now it's comparatively better.
Mm. So, as a filler, what I do is, again, as I said, that it's important that we include nuts and seeds in our diet. So, sometimes I roast peanut and I roast foxnut, that is makhana, and keep it in a box. Sometimes it's roasted chana also, along with jaggery as a filler for my day. So it's always in my, so I'm in my office. There is a small pantry where I keep all these things ready, a box of mixed fruit, dry fruits and nuts, and I, whenever I have some hunger pangs, so that is how I satisfy myself by having all these things.
Okay. So far, you did mention about tea or coffee. You do not prefer it at all, or you take it sometimes?
So I don't drink tea. I'm not a tea person. Coffee, I was a coffee person. I love coffee, but lately I realized that coffee is uh, hampering my digestion, was not going well for my digestive system, so I am avoiding coffee. But once in a while, maybe once in a week, I prefer to have coffee, but then again it is home prepared, not, I'm not going outside and having coffee. So it's very easy to prepare coffee, so there is nothing, there is no intelligence in burning hole in your pocket and having third wave or some a Starbucks coffee. So coffee is very basic thing. So I do prepare it when I feel I'm having that craving for coffee, or sometimes you get headache, mild headache. So coffee helps me in uh, relieving that headache. So yes, that time. Plus, I emphasize a lot on water intake. I make sure that I take 2 liter of bottles with me, 1 liter each. So first half I finish 1 liter, second half I finish another liter. That's how I calculate my water intake as well. Because many a times when we feel that we are hungry, it is not hunger, it is thirst. So it is
Right.
that we need water, our body require water, and we perceive that signal as hunger and end up eating a lot, end up eating more calories. So if your water intake is perfect, it depends again on the season, on the activity. If anyone is into physical activity or some strength training, they require more water as compared to a normal person. But if we talk about normal condition, 2 liters of water, 2.5 liters of water is perfect.
Mhm. You mentioned that coffee was hampering your digestion. So, was there any medical condition, or it was just normal indigestion issue that you noticed?
So what happened was, because in office you have this vending machine, so maybe because the quality of beans was not that good. So, because when I prepare coffee at home, I am perfectly fine. I know what kind of milk is going into it, how much sugar I'm adding, what coffee I am using. So, when you generally work in a workplace, you never know what kind of products they are using, coffee bean, maybe the sugar, condensed sugar, which they were using. So, there was something which was hampering in my digestion. And it's very easy for anyone to realize which food, which drink is not going well with our digestive system, because our body response would be either it would be diarrhea, either it would be vomiting, or either it would be uneasiness. So that's how I realized that coffee at my workplace is not doing well for me. I was doing injustice by having it. And also, when you have free access, when you have freebies, you uh, tend to have those things a lot.
Right.
So it was like my morning. I will come and I will sit my friends. We will chat about what happened in last evening and all, and we'll have coffee. Again, we'll meet at 4 p.m. or so before we leave for our home. We'll have coffee. So that time, I think sugar intake also increased. Again, the quality of coffee was not that good. So that's how I discovered that I need to put a full stop and stop drinking it.
Right. So any alternative drink that you prefer, like some juice, vegetable juice, or something else?
So, best thing, if it's possible, if it's easily available, is having, because it's summertime, having coconut water. Second thing is, like, I always carry a glass bottle with me. It is throughout the day, it's full with infused water. So I would add cucumber, lemon, mint leaves. Night before, keep it in refrigerator, and next day I will strain it and bring it. So again, you have, different type of taste in the water. You tend to drink it more. It keeps you energized. It helps in flushing out toxins from the body as well. You can add apple, you can add beetroot, you can add chia seed, whatever. And the first thing which I do in the morning is having chia seed in lukewarm water along with lemon and honey. It's absolutely the choice, whatever the individual like. So I like it with lemon and honey. So I take it, and it is having protein. It has calcium in it. It has fiber in it. So that is also one of the best way to start your day through these kind of drinks. And lemon water,
Right.
of course, is always there. You can have lemon water. You can replace sugar, or you can reduce the amount of sugar in lemon water and have it with salt and something like that.
Mhm. But some people say that morning, if they take lemon, it doesn't do good to their tummy, right? Okay.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying, that all of us have a different genetic makeup, different genes, different
Mhm.
DNA. And that is why these days, personalized nutrition is one thing which is coming up, which talks about maybe if you drink lemon in the water, your body might not respond well to it. However, if I am taking it, it might go well. If I am taking coffee outside, so you might have noticed, if you go outside, have some street food together in a group, not everyone will have food poisoning, right?
Mhm.
So it also depend upon it. It is person to person. So say for example, there is a food, one of the biggest food myth which says you should not take curd at night, you should not take rice at night, right? But there is no scientific evidence for not taking curd at night. If you're able to digest it, if you're able to, if you feel okay after having curd, because your body again will respond to it, right? You can easily make out whether this thing went well or not. Like at last meal after your dinner, if you grab some mangoes and just go to sleep directly, next day it might cause bloating and diarrhea to the individual, right? So yes, you are correct. That lemon, you should not start your day with lemon, but again it depends, you're taking along with something. If in a glass of water, if you have squeezed half a lemon along with honey, along with chia seed, it's absolutely fine. And also you have to see what works well for you. Few people are not able to digest chia seed, so
Mm.
like that.
I think cards that you should not take at night because of it is cold. Maybe that is the reason that we are said not to have it. That's what I thought, right?
Uh, not exactly, not exactly. So there are no scientific studies which says that curd should not, you should not take at night. Only thing is, that is what I'm saying, that say for example, not everyone is lactose intolerant, not everyone is gluten intolerant, right? Intolerance also, for few it is autoimmune disease, so it will be by birth. For few it arises after a point of time in their life.
Mm.
So these things, again, there are few of the food myths. There are few things which are absolutely true, that if you take something late night, because it is heavy to digest, your digestive system, which should take overnight period to recover and repair, is working on digestion, and it's not getting enough rest for next day work. So that is what it is.
Mhm. Okay. So, can you share some food meat that people commonly think that might be okay, but actually we are doing very wrong to the body?
I don't know what are the food myths prevalent mostly, but talking about some scientific researches, talking about things scientifically, there is nutrient interaction. So, which tells about which particular nutrient you should take with which particular nutrient in order to have better absorption. So there is this relationship where one nutrient helps in absorption of another one. For example, iron get best absorbed when it is consumed or taken along with vitamin C. Say for example, if you are consuming pomegranate, if you squeeze lemon in it, so the iron in the pomegranate will get absorbed in your body, quickly absorbed or better absorbed, which without lemon, say 40% will be iron will be absorbed, but with lemon, there are chances 60 to 70% iron is absorbed. Same goes with vitamin D and calcium. And that is the reason why vitamin D supplements are prescribed to be taken along with milk. One, it is helps in the absorption. Two, all the fat soluble vitamins, vitamin A, D, and E, and K, should be taken along with fat rich food. Like milk has fat in it, so it is better absorbed with a meal where there is fat, or if you consume it with the milk. Like for iron, it said that you should consume in the morning iron supplements, empty stomach. It is better absorbed. You should take it along with vitamin C. Like, say, for example, anyone is taking iron supplement because of low hemoglobin, should take it with a glass of water where you have a squeezed lemon. Should take iron early in the morning, empty stomach. So these are the kind of things which people should generally keep in mind while consuming any food item. So iron and calcium, they don't go hand in hand, and therefore there is a big debate about palak paneer. Paneer is a source of calcium, palak is a source of iron, and there is a long debate that we should not consume it together because it forms chelate. So taking iron and calcium together form chelates and calcium oxalate, which lead to the stone in the kidney and other organs. So I would suggest that anyone who is watching this just read about nutrient interaction, how nutrient is important, how it is important to know which nutrient is well absorbed in which nutrients presence, and also there is adverse reaction also. So, like I said, iron and calcium should not be taken together. And that is the reason when pregnant ladies are given these supplements during pregnancy, because iron calcium requirement increases, doctor clearly prescribed that you should take these two supplements, one in the morning, another in the later half, not together. Yeah.
And also, green leafy vegetables should not be eaten in the night. Is that a myth or it is correct?
It's an absolute myth. I mean, with green vegetables, it is, I would say, green vegetables are superfood,
No,
depending upon how we are
no,
preparing it.
not not green vegetable, green leafy vegetable like sag.
There is nothing wrong in consuming these green leafy vegetables at night. Not at all.
Um,
Again, that is what I'm saying. Like, say for example, if you do your finish your dinner, if you had anything out of sag or anything from green leaf vegetables, you had your dinner at 10, you had enough of sag in the dinner, right? And then immediately go and sleep. Next day, you will feel heavy. Doesn't matter, right? Whatever healthy food, any healthy food you eat and you sleep, you're not getting giving your body to digest it. It is not getting time to digest, and then next day you might have some indigestion, diarrhea, or something like that. But there is no such rules which says that you should not take green leaf vegetables at night. At least I have not heard about it,
yeah,
so I don't think
I
there
heard
is.
about that. So, okay,
So,
clear that meat.
yeah, like so there are few things when we talk about green leafy vegetables, like we talk about spinach. So, uh, all these green leaf vegetables, we generally, like when we prepare saag, what we do is we overcook. And Indian cuisine is like that only. We overcook everything. We kill all the nutrients in the food. So if you see, if you compare our diet with the American diet or European diet, so they generally consume, or Japanese, if you see, they consume boiled food, they consume very bland food. On the other hand, we make sure that we kill all the nutrients in the food before we add anything to it, right? Until unless oil comes out of the masala, masala is not cooked for us. And then spices, so many spices. And if you see these other countries, they use herbs. They will use oregano, they will use rosemary, they will use basil leaves to enhance the flavor. And we, on the other hand, use so many spices. And again, there are so many studies, so many reports which talk about Everest MDH masala having a lot of additives and adulterant in it. So we need to be careful about that also.
Okay. Um, okay, I think last question. What advice would you give for the people listening to you?
Uh, the only advice I would give is you are what you eat. And it's your decision whether you want to treat your body as a trash can or you want to treat your body as a temple. So if it is a trash can for you, you just hop on junk, soda, uh, carbonated drinks. But if you treat your body as a temple, because no one else can take care of my body than me. So I recently gave a talk on be the CEO of your own health, which talks about take charge, take leadership of your own health, and make sure that whatever goes in your uh, I mean, then it would go in different direction. I will just talk about points that make sure that protein is in generous amount in all your meal. According to your weight, try to have protein requirement fulfilled for the day. Almost every day it won't be possible. Some days you might skip it, or some days you might not be able to have all those requirements fulfilled, but try to do that. There is recommendations prescribed by National Institute of Nutrition on how much on RDA, how much nutrient should be taken on daily basis. Just grab that document and take care of your nutrient intake on daily basis. Once in a while, having junk food is not, I mean, if any individual switches his or her lifestyle from junk to eating good food, I am very sure they hardly would get any craving for unhealthy food or junk food. It's just a matter of choice. Either you do it yourself today, change your lifestyle, your health. PCOD is one of the very common lifestyle disorder in girls these days, and that is because of, again, poor lifestyle, which include diet, no movement. So take care of your meal. Second is physical activity. Any individual who is not is obese or underweight should take care of all these things, and try to make sure that your pantry or your kitchen में जो refrigerator है, it has all the live food products, not dead products are like mayonnaise, like jam, sauces, packed and processed product. Try to read the labels of the in food products which you generally go and buy. Try to do meal prep. There are so many online meal preps options available depending upon what type of meal prep you prefer, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, or protein rich, or whatever it is. You can just type it and you will have it all in front of you. Do that. Second is, whenever you go for grocery shopping, make sure that you include only those things which are important, and try to not keep any packed processed junk food in your home. If you don't have it, you won't eat it. If you have it, you will eat it.
Right. Whenever I crave outside food, I realize that I mostly crave for the cheese and butter element. So what I do mostly, not mostly, like if I do, then I just add cheese or butter to some of the normal meal. Then my craving will be like, okay, I'm done. So yeah. So that is another thing I realized.
Yes, very important point. What you said is, and this reminds me of most of the time craving, which we have sugar craving, salt craving, and different maybe cheese craving. It is also due to deficiency of certain micronutrient in our body. It is also a indicator. So getting your whole body checkup done by yearly basis is very important, because if you get to know about the deficiency later, it might have a severe impact. So what you said right now is also could be, I'm not saying 100%, but it also is an indicator that maybe you have any micronutrient deficiency. Like I, when I crave for any micro, like sugar, if I avoid it, and there is no need to avoid sugar at all. Sugar is absolutely fine. Just make sure the amount of sugar which we are consuming. So RDA says 25 gram, less than 25 gram on daily basis. For salt, it is less than 5 gram on daily basis, right? For oil also there is a limit given which says you should not go beyond that. So I mean, if you take everything but in moderation, it's there is no harm, and it's not illegal to have pizza or burger occasionally, but then having two three pizza together, rather than that you can have one piece of pizza, one slice of pizza, one burger. It's completely okay. But make sure that you go and have complete your 10K step if you have any goal like that. So that it creates balance. It's just about creating balance.
Okay. Okay. I want to ask one more question. As I
Yes, please.
completed 25 episode recently, so I think I will be adding this question from now onwards. That what advice would you give to me regarding this podcast? How to improve it, be it topic selection or overall suggestion?
I think you're doing phenomenal. The reason is because I keep on giving talks. Yesterday I had a talk where it was on Zoom. So many a times, either you have participants, like if the feature allows, we can have live followers or people joining us, so that we solve their queries on real time basis. So I think if that's not an issue, we can do that. But then we also know that there are sometimes people who might misbehave also. So that is also the constraint. But if we do that way, I think we will be able to address at least few questions, and people might get solution. So that could be done, I guess. Rest, I think it's absolutely okay. And asking, and also keeping a 30-40 minute talk is best. Beyond that, no one want to listen to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that attention span nowadays, do we know it's 10 seconds, even less?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we are coming to the end of this session. Anything you want to add, or we can just conclude?
I think I've covered most of the points, so we can conclude.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Divya, for joining me today. I think it was a great episode, and those listening to us, I hope this episode might help you. And I'm going to use some of the tips that I got today, because I am a lazy cook, not lazy due to time and all. And yeah, so I hope many people are in this situation who are staying away from home. I hope this episode will help you. And until next time, keep growing and keep nourishing your mind and body. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much, Tasreen, for having me and giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you.
And wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much.